Okay, so now that we have our trim ring on, what we're going to do is we are going to put our weather stripping on. We're going to start in the middle of the bottom. And what we want to do is we want to just make sure that the edge of our tape is right along. We don't want to put it on the trim ring. We just want it to be just touching it, just barely, where it's actually adhering to the door frame itself. So we're just going to come along like this. We want to make sure we have a nice straight line. The last thing you want to do is stretch this. You never want to actually stretch it, because then it'll shrink on you. And it's pretty forgiving stuff. So if you mess up a little bit and you have to pull it back off, you can do that. We're just going to go right around this corner here. Like I said, we're not straddling the trim ring. We're just going just to the top of it where the tape is actually sticking to the body of the vehicle, and it's pretty much, you can't get any closer to the trim ring without sticking to it. You know, we do not want it to be stuck to the trim ring. We want it to be stuck to the body of the vehicle. That'll act as a good barrier for water. Actually, just had my truck sitting outside during Hurricane Irene, didn't get any water in it at all. We had 10 inches of water and no water in the truck at all. You want to make sure it's nice and straight. That way it looks good when it's off. Sorry if I'm talking with my back to the camera. And then we get to this edge here. We at the bottom of this also. We're going to take a knife or a pair of scissors. Let's see if I got my knife in here. Okay, got my cutters right here. What you want to do is we have excess here, so we just want to cut this. Just cut that right off. You want this to butt up nicely right to the other piece. And once you have that on, everything looks good. If you need to make any adjustments, it's the time to do it before you really push it on there. Like I said, you want the adhesive to be on the actual body of the vehicle, not on the trim ring. Just next to it, where the adhesive is actually probably touching it, and or just next to it. That way, the rubber will overlap onto the trim ring, so it gives you, good support. And now what we say is, once we're done with that, we've got that done. We've got our plugs that are nice, that'll actually just go right in here, so you don't see those holes. And now what we always say is that when you first put your windows on, your glass on, when you get it on, you want to make sure you keep it closed overnight. That way it really seals everything well to the body of the vehicle in a dry location. That way it can really adhere nicely. So that is the installation of your trim ring, your weather stripping, and your plugs. And next we'll show you how to put the windows on. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you how to install your window. First thing you want to do is make sure your latch is pointing the center of the vehicle. That way it doesn't hit the other side of the latch when you're putting it on. And what you want to do is you're going to take your window and line it up with the hinges. That's why we don't paint these black, so you can line up. Basically, you're going to start off, and these hinges will be directly below the buttons on your window hinges. And they're staggered, so you can put your first one in, and then you have a 32nd of an inch to put your second one in, so you don't have to line them up first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in here. Just going to slide it over this, and I'm going to line up that bottom hinge. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start it in that bottom hinge first. So I'll line that up. Once I get that lined up, I'll line up the top. And I'm going to set the window in there like that. Now the window's in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the inside of the door. And now I'm going to take this, squeeze these on the latch until they both click into place. And that's it. Now you got your opening position, first open, second open, and then your closed position. And that is that's your window with in the closed position. So now we're going to put together our inner door trim panel and our outside trim ring or trim molding. We want to take off the window first. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the window up, squeeze both these hinges here, these clips here, until the door releases. You're going to set it in the center. You're going to come around back to this side. You're going to put one hand up here, one down below, and you're just going to slide it straight up. And it'll be really hard at first to do this, but as you use the window, it'll break in, get easier and easier and easier. So now with that off, we're going to go ahead and put on our outer rubber. What you're going to do with this is we're going to line up the center of the notches with the center of the clips. You're going to start off on the top because these are kind of spring-loaded here, and those are going to go up inside of here. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to kind of, and you can do one at a time. I'm going to just feed it over each clip. So what you're going to do is you're going to just put it over each clip like this. And you can do them one at a time. And you want to hold them down. And once you get there, you're just going to push the clip down until you hear it click. Okay, now that that's on, we're going to go around to the inside.